So as your Truro City boys make their way in to make their final preparations, make some noise for your Truro City boys! So ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, 2 bars open tonight, the Wax Marquee and the Wax Outdoor Bar area. Food available in the Wax Marquee, sausage, rolls and pasties. And also the Wax Barbecue area is up and running. And don't forget our official Kappa store stroke shop under the little green tent. Make sure you pop along. They've got our home, away and third kit shirts, all available, hats and scarves as well. So make sure you get in there, get yourselves looking good and ready for that big kickoff at 7 p.m.
Yeah, it's good. It is good. We've done well. We went from over 3 years ago.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is your 10-minute warning before the big kickoff at 7 p.m. And as the boys are in there making their final preparations, can you please join me in a big round of applause for our mascots today? Our mascots have been supplied by St Agnes Under 10s Girls. Give it up for St Agnes Under 10s Girls. And our flag bearers have been supplied by Hale Under 13s. Let's give it up for Hale Under 13s. And one of the Hale Under 13s, I think he's called Jace. It's Jace's birthday tomorrow. He's going to be 8. And his brother Austin, he will be 12. Can we give those two another big round of applause? Jace and Austin. behind us. Obviously tonight in the Eden Hot Tub side stand, that is an unreserved, so feel free to fill that stand. And also, if you are going to stand up, please don't stand in any yellow crisscrossed areas. And all under 14s, you must be accompanied by an adult at all times. Thank you. So it's come to that time of the evening, not long now before both sides come out for kickoff at 7 p.m. I need to know that you're all ready, you're all warmed up, you got yourself some food, you got a drink, you got a Truro City top on. So the only way of knowing that you're ready is to make some noise. Make some noise for your Truro City boys! Come on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we can do better than that. Make some noise for your Truro City boys! Much better, well done. Also, don't forget, still on sale, we have programmes and 50-50 draw tickets. Don't forget, they are still on sale. Draw for the 50-50 will be made at half-time.
Truro City Stadium 1-1. Truro City will be hoping for a bit of magic in this competition. One win from one game so far. Fulham with a similar record. Truro defeating Southampton 3-2 here on August the 13th, and at the same time Fulham were putting 7 goals past last year's beaten finalist Sutton United. So that shows the task that Truro City face this evening, and they have made 8 changes from the side which was defeated here by Rochdale on Saturday. Run through the Truro team in full. Dan Lavercombe in goal. Conor Riley-Lowe comes back into the side and captains the team. Dan Rooney returns after a 2-game suspension for his red card after the final whistle here a fortnight ago against Aldershot. Dom Johnson-Fisher does retain his place. Lyric Asani, Luke Jeffcott, Seydou Sonogo, a first start in over a year for Seydou Sonogo after he battled back from a broken leg which was suffered in a freak training ground accident a year ago. Ryan Law, Max Kinsey, Ben Starkey and Sean Donlan. On the bench for Truro City, young goalkeeper Will Howard, Zach Bell, Will Dean, Sam Sanders, Yassin Anaya, Christian Oxlade-Chamberlain and Harry Kite for the Fulham side, who in their last match, Fulham under-21 side, in their last match were defeated 4-1 by Gillingham in the EFL Trophy. They line up as follows. In goal it's Alfie McNally, Bradley DeJesus, John Asenga, Eddie Nsazi, Samuel Amissa, Chibi Nwoko, Tom Olliott, Oliver Gofford, Aaron Lupalo B, who scored a hat-trick in that win over Sutton United, Seth Ridgeon, Farhan Ali Wahid, and on the bench for Fulham, who are managed by Hayden Mullins, Dino Kaiser, Bradley Slade, Jaden Kwasi, Tom Wingate, Joe Walters, Alfie White and Macaulay Zeppa. I mentioned the manager Mullins, a highly experienced player, played for Crystal Palace, West Ham United, won the FA Cup with Portsmouth as well, now the manager of the Fulham under-21 side. And it will be Fulham to get us underway. So Truro are going to play from left to right here at the Truro City Stadium, playing towards the western end in the first half. And it will be Lupalo B to get us underway, number 9 on his back. As I said, a hat-trick in the game against Sutton United. Referee Ross Martin just takes a final look at his watch, dressed all in yellow with black shorts and black socks. Blows his whistle and we are underway here at the Truro City Stadium. And it was a misser with the long clearance, picked up by Ryan Law inside his own box, gives it to Rooney. Rooney back to Law. Law's got to clear with his left foot in a hurry to Sonogo. Good touch to Sonogo to Riley-Lowe. Riley-Lowe down the line. Johnson-Fisher, is he going to get in behind Dominic Johnson-Fisher? Bright start from Truro City inside the opening minute, but it's with Alfie McNally, the visiting custodian, clad all in blue, protecting the goal away to our right. And McNally goes long. Kinsey round on the cover. Good touch from Kinsey. Kinsey just ahead of Lupalo B, and it's out for a throw to Fulham over on the far side, in front of the open side here at the Truro City Stadium. It's with Gofford to the edge of the box. Shooting opportunity smothered by Lavercombe at his near post, but the first effort on goal inside the opening 90 seconds, and it's gone the way of the visitors Fulham. And Lavercombe back in the starting lineup will clear upfield with his right foot over halfway. Can he find Johnson-Fisher? No, it's loose in midfield. Law with a strong foot in. Starkey heads forward to Jeffcott. Jeffcott holds the ball up nicely and plays it back into his own half to Donlan. Donlan over halfway to Starkey. Starkey's got some room to run into. Ben Starkey, Hassani tied to the touchline. Cuts inside, Lyric Hassani crosses with his left foot over everyone's head, including Seydou Sonogo, who'd advanced from midfield into the 18-yard box. And it's a goal kick to Fulham, which McNally will take. Or he won't, because he throws it to the other side of his 6-yard box, and it's going to be one of his defenders that takes it, but McNally has it back. And Fulham will look to build from the back. I think it's a misser that's got the ball, and he charges forward almost up to halfway. Good turn on halfway by Lupalo B, but he slipped twice under the pressure from Kinsey, and Dan Lavercombe has it back for Truro City inside his own 18-yard box. Lavercombe clears over halfway, headed forward by Fulham though. Donlan with a heavy touch, but then Donlan retrieves the situation well. Kinsey to Johnson Fisher. Fisher flicks on. Can Jeffcott get in behind though? McNally with good presence of mind to come out of his goal, and it's with De Jesus back inside to Nwuku out to the left-hand side, and it's all the way back to McNally. Good press from Truro City. Johnson Fisher's going to put McNally under some pressure, but he clears with his right foot. Can he get up to halfway? Good foot in there by Kinsey. Rooney brings it down on halfway. Rooney backtracking though into his own half, and it's with Law, and Truro just calm things down. Riley Lowe back to Law, and Law with a good turn there. He's having his shirt pulled, Ryan Law, and he loses out, but the referee Ross Martin played a good advantage. And the second bite of the cherry from Fulham on Ryan Law results in a free kick for Truro City, which the same player's going to take. And Law goes back to Kinsey. Kinsey with the first time ball to Law. Law to the captain Riley Lowe. Riley Lowe down the line. Sonogo had set off and then he checked, and it's going to run out for a throw in front of the Tinners fan zone, or has it gone out for a goal kick? It's gone out for a throw. There's a second ball on the pitch. It's right in front of the corner flag by the Tinners fan zone. One of the ball crew just come to retrieve it now, but we play on because McNally has it. 4 minutes on the clock here at the Truro City Stadium. A midweek sport special from BBC Radio Cornwall. National League Cup action. Truro 0. As Dom Johnson Fisher is in behind. Truro 0, Fulham 0. Johnson Fisher nearly in behind there. A miss around on the cover, and he clears up to halfway. Lapulu B, the ball's bounced over Kinsey's head. Lapulu B, ball into the box. Chance here. Great defending from Starkey. It was Al Waheed. Ali Waheed nearly got in behind there, but Starkey did just enough to put him off. Lavercombe quick off his line, and the danger's over for Truro City. Riley Lowe has it, and Truro can come away inside their own half, but Riley Lowe checked back inside to Rooney. Donlan showing on the right hand side, and Donlan has it. Good feet from Donlan. Goes back to Kinsey. Kinsey with the first time ball out to Starkey. Now Rooney. Hassani flicks on. Jeffcott with good control, but he can't retain possession, Luke Jeffcott, and it's with Ali Waheed. Ali Waheed with the ball inside, but it's mopped up by Donlan inside his own half, and Donlan down the line. Johnson Fisher with a good touch. He's going to have to do it on his own. Johnson Fisher twisting, turning. Johnson Fisher's through. Johnson Fisher to the edge of the box, but it's a great covering challenge there by Samuel Amissa. Amissa just got his body in the way of Dominic Johnson Fisher. Well, I said he had to do it on his own, Johnson Fisher. He nearly did. Wonderful defending there from Fulham as McNally clears. Up to Lapulu B again. Lapulu B, is he fouled by Kinsey? Yes, he is. And the referee's going to have a word with Kinsey. He's going to do more than that. The referee's pulled the yellow card out. So inside the opening 5 minutes, one of Truro's centre-halves is in the book. And for me, that's a little bit harsh. Perhaps a warning would have sufficed. It was Kinsey's first offence. Lupalo B just got past him. Little tug on the shirt. Now, on second glance, perhaps it was a deserved yellow card for Max Kinsey, but sometimes in the opening stage of the games, referees just give players a warning. No such luck for Truro City from the man in yellow this evening, Ross Martin, as De Jesus has it, plays it inside. Jeffcott doing a good job of putting Fulham under some pressure. Lupalo B and Kinsey battling, but the ball's back in the Fulham half. Ali Waheed pursued by Starkey. Good foot in from Starkey. Jeffcott's going to pick it up, and Jeffcott with the ball over the top. Johnson Fisher has got Hassani in front of him. Can Johnson Fisher find Hassani? Starkey made a run on his outside as well. Back inside to Rooney. Now Donlan for Truro City inside the Fulham half. Starkey to Rooney. Rooney twisting, turning, just clips one down the line. Sonogo, is he in behind? Seydou Sonogo pulled over there, I think he was. Yes, the assistant over here on the far side agrees with my assumption of that situation as Sonogo loses one of his shin pads. But it's a free kick to Truro City in a encouraging area of the field. Almost level with the edge of the Fulham 18-yard box. And unsurprisingly, all the big guns have gone forward. That's Kinsey, Donnellan. Free kick's going to be taken by Hassani, or is it going to be taken by Riley Lowe? Hassani and Riley Lowe stood over this free kick for Truro City. Discussion between captain and the Kosovan Hassani signing from Torquay in the summer, but Hassani runs away. It's going to be Riley Lowe with his left foot. In it goes. Good one as well, right underneath the crossbar. Brilliant punch from McNally, headed back into a good area by Law. Jeffcott's in, Jeffcott! Denied by McNally, but the flag's up already. Well, that was brilliant goalkeeping from an Alfie McNally. Just got there in head of Sean Donlan. It was a wicked delivery from Connor Riley Lowe. And then Jeffcott was first to the loose ball after it's hooked back in by Law, but he just strayed into an offside position. And after 8 minutes, it is still Truro City 0, Fulham 0. McNally, the goalkeeper, clears. Kinsey wins a strong header, and it's picked up by Dan Rooney. Now Donlan on loan from Livingston. Donlan to Jeffcott. Good control by Jeffcott. Now Starkey. Starkey to Jeffcott once more. Into Hassani. Hassani, Jeffcott. Good play. This is from Truro City. Out to the far side, almost to Sanogo. Lupalo B will pick it up in midfield, and it's Nwuku's going to bring it away. Nwuku out to the left-hand side to Asenga. Asenga charges up towards the halfway line. He's over it now. Ali Waheed has it on the left-hand side. There's runners in front of him, but he chooses to go back. Nwoko again. Ali Waheed pursued by Donlan. Heavy ball from Ali Waheed. Jeffcott and Sanogo can just get his foot in front of the ball. And is he fouled there, Sanogo? Yes, he is. Free kick to Truro City. Bright start to this game made by both sides. Fulham, as we expected, neat, tidy, busy on the ball, but Truro City have had their moments as well. Certainly down their right-hand side. Starkey, Hassani, Jeffcott linking well. Johnson Fisher nearly in behind. Good goalkeeping from McNally to thwart that Riley Lowe free kick, which was almost headed home by Sean Donlan. Lavercombe will take the free kick over halfway, looking for Johnson Fisher. Johnson Fisher hasn't won. It's fallen to Riley Lowe. Riley Lowe with the effort. Great save from McNally. Back to Riley Lowe, twisted and turning. Johnson Fisher. Johnson Fisher's shot, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Well, Fulham fell asleep at the back there. They left Connor Riley Lowe. He had a run in on goal, but his effort struck low. Inside the 18-yard box with his left foot, was kept out by Alfie McNally. Best chance of the game, 9 minutes on the clock, and it has fallen to Truro City, and it's their captain, Connor Riley Lowe, with the best effort of the game so far. Johnson Fisher couldn't fire home the follow-up, and Fulham will try and build from the back. Ball into midfield. Lupolo B and Kinsey are battling again, and Lupulu B has got the better of Kinsey. Still got the ball, Lupulu B. Out to the far side to DeJesus. DeJesus back inside to Nwuku, but Nwuku's forced to go all the way back to his goalkeeper, Alfie McNally. It was a good press there from Lyric Hassani. Ball to Ridgeon. Ridgeon pursued by Rooney. He's out to Ali Waheed on this far side. He's got Starkey and Donlan for company. Now Nsenga with the cross. That's over everyone's head, and Seydou Sanogo was taking no chances there. Dan Lavercombe looking up to the night sky, backpedaling. He didn't need to panic though, because Seydou Sanogo was behind him, and quite sensibly Sanogo heads behind for the first corner of the game, and it's gone to Fulham. And it's going to be taken by John Nsenga over on the far side. So Nsenga, even though he's got number 3 on his back, he's going to take it from the right-hand side. So with his left foot, you would think it's going to be the in-swinger. Good one as well. Headed well clear by Law, and Fulham have managed to retain possession though. Good defending there from Truro City. Amissa back to DeJesus. Amissa again. Fulham still have the ball inside the Truro City half, but Tinners are doing a good containing job here. Amissa has it again, and he's just content to pass it sideways back into the centre circle. Dunsassi, DeJesus. Patient play here from Fulham. Can they prise this Truro City defence open? Ridgeon, DeJesus. Gofford out on the far side. Sorry, Olliott out on the far side. Olliott's cut inside. to Jesus again. Into midfield and into the centre circle for Fulham again. Looking for the run of Nsenga, but it's over his head and it's a throw for Truro. That's really good play there from Truro City. They were content to let Fulham have the ball in the centre circle. They went from one side to the other. They couldn't break through the Truro City defence. In the end, they decided to go long, and it was over Nsenga's head, and it's a throw to the Tinners, which Sean Donlan's going to take right in front of our commentary position. Donlan down the line. Can he find Jeffcott? He does. Jeffcott loses out, though. Hassani snapping at the heels of Nwuku, and Nsenga goes all the way back to McNally. McNally's got a clear first time. Not a convincing clearance either. He's got plenty under that. Dan Rooney with a free header. Starkey brings it down on his chest, and Starkey goes all the way back to Lavercombe. Lavercombe's got to clear in a hurry. Good touch from Sonogo. Now Riley Lowe has it. Out to Law on the left-hand side. Up to halfway for Truro City. Left-hand side. Law bursts over halfway. Ball down the line. He wanted Johnson Fisher to make a run, but he had, but not in the area where Ryan Law put the ball, and it's behind for a goal kick to Fulham. Impressive start to the season for Hayden Mullins' side. Just one defeat coming in their most recent outing, which was in the EFL Trophy. They lost 4-1 against Gillingham. So wins against Arsenal under-21s, Valencia, and as I mentioned earlier, in the under-21 Cup against Sutton United. They've tried to play out from the back, but they've been caught out. Donlan to Starkey. Now Jeffcott. Jeffcott needs an option in front of him. Hasn't really got one, so he gives it back to Rooney. Now Lyric Hassani. Rooney again tight to the right touchline. Down the line for Starkey. Starkey shoved in the back, but no free kick there, and the ball just runs out for a throw. But it was a good press from Truro City. That has been an impressive facet of their game so far, an impressive feature of their game so far. Their press, they force Fulham into a mistake there. They're going to try and play out from the back, Fulham, just like Southampton did here a month ago. Ali Waheed has it over halfway, but it's a strong foot in from Kinsey. Good touch to Johnson Fisher. Fisher's touch a bit heavy. Can Rooney pick it up in midfield? Hassani commits a foul there. That was on Seth Ridgeon. And Fulham get on with things quickly, and it's back with McNally inside his own 18-yard box, and McNally with a couple of touches will clip it in or right onto the centre circle. Lapulu B and Kinsey battling once more, but the Fulham strikers won that particular battle, and Nsenga pursued by Starkey, but he's forced to go back into his own half, and McNally's come out of his 18-yard box almost to the centre of his own half, and he'll clear long. One down the line, should be food and drink there for Donlan. Well, Donlan just lets it bounce. He's going to have to play it now. Is he Sean Donlan? No, under pressure from Farhan Ali Waheed. And it will be a throw to Truro City. It's going to be taken by Sean Donlan. Looked to go back to Dan Lavercombe. It was on, but Donlan, can he find Starkey? No, he can't. Which way's that gone? Referee and the assistant here on the grandstand side in front of our commentary position give it to Truro City, so Sean Donlan will go a few more yards up the pitch. Referee just blows his whistle, tells the former Republic of Ireland under-21 international to stop there, but then Donlan pinches some more metres. Jeffcott flicks on to Johnson Fisher, but Johnson Fisher loses out. It's in midfield, but Sonogo's picked the loose ball up, back to Donlan inside his own half, and he goes further back to Dan Lavercombe. Lavercombe is going to be pursued by Lapulu B, so he clears in a hurry. Hassani wins the header. Johnson Fisher hasn't run into that area of the pitch, but it's been picked up by Jeffcott. Jeffcott with the control on his chest. Out to Riley Lowe with some space in front of him out on the left-hand side. Connor Riley Lowe finds Sonogo. Offside, say Fulham. Play on, says the referee. Into the box! Sonogo almost arriving, and then it was headed over his own crossbar by Nsenga. Well, Truro City getting joy down both flanks. Connor Riley Lowe once more with lots of space in front of him. Seydou Sonogo, who's been impressive in his first start for over a year, in front of Riley Lowe. Fulham put their hands up for offside. It didn't come. It's going to be a corner to the Tinners, which is going to be taken by Connor Riley Lowe from Truro City's right-hand side. So the left-footed Riley Lowe going to be the in-swinger. Arm goes up in the air from Riley Lowe. Jeffcott makes a run. In it goes. Kinsey almost with a free header, and it's behind for another corner. Great run there from Kinsey. He just couldn't quite connect or make a good enough connection with the ball to guide it into the bottom corner. The on-loan Bournemouth defender. Riley Lowe will have another go. Much better set pieces from Truro City. That's a good one from Riley Lowe again. Need clear almost by a defender. Law will just hook it back into a good area. Everyone lets the ball go over their heads in a red and black shirt because I think they were in offside position. It's with McNally, and McNally will bowl out, and Fulham are back on the front foot. They switch the play from left to right, headed back inside. Ali Waheed, handball, say the Truro City supporters. Referee says play on. Riley Lowe down the line, and Johnson Fisher's in behind. Flag stayed down. Dominic Johnson Fisher from a tight angle. Oh, Johnson Fisher just wide of the target. That is the best chance of the game. Riley Lowe had one save. No, McNally saved it. The referee's given a corner. So McNally must have got a touch on that. Brilliant save from McNally with his feet, I think. Dominic Johnson Fisher was in behind. Fulham wanted another offside flag. It never came. Tight angle from Johnson Fisher. Tried to bend it in to the bottom corner. But it remains Truro City 0, Fulham 0. Third corner in quick succession from the Tinners. The Eastern Stand faithful just burst into song for the first time this evening. Truro are coming close to breaking the deadlock here at the TCS. Impressive start from John Askey's side. Riley Lowe will take the corner once more. In it goes from Riley Lowe to the back post. Will it fall to Rooney? Yes, it will. He picks it up, does Dan Rooney. Back to goal now, forced to go back to Law. Law will take a touch right on the centre circle, and Law advances forward to Starkey. Riley Lowe stay forward on the right hand side. Good ball to Johnson Fisher. Great touch from Johnson Fisher, but he can't outfox a misser. But Johnson Fisher has it back. Johnson Fisher's won the ball. He's bundled over. The assistant was literally standing a yard away. He keeps his flag by his side, but the referee, Ross Martin, blows his whistle, and Truro will have their second good attacking free kick of this opening half. Over on their right hand side, Fulham's left. Connor Riley Lowe, who's been in the thick of, he's spent as much time on this side of the pitch taking corners and free kicks as he has in his traditional left wing back berth, and he's going to take another one here for Truro City. Riley Lowe, great ball in, great header there from Starkey, was it? I think, or was it Kinsey? Truro wanted a corner. They're not going to get one. It's a goal kick, but it's another good effort on goal for Truro City as we just tick past the 20-minute mark here at the Truro City Stadium. BBC Radio Cornwall, a midweek sports special, National League Cup action. Remember, every kick of every Truro City game live on BBC Radio Cornwall this year, an unprecedented level of coverage. And so far, the Tinners 0, Fulham 0. Sonogo wins the header in midfield, unopposed. He doesn't win the second ball for Rooney, though, and Ali Waheed has it for Fulham. Ridgeon, out to Ali Waheed, but it's a good cover there from Ben Starkey. Ridgeon again, pursued by Law and by Sonogo. Kinsey on the cover, Johnson Fisher battling on halfway. Will Jeffcott win the ball? No, Hassani picks it up for Truro City, looking for Starkey out on the right hand side, and he finds him. Ben Starkey, the former Harborough man, back inside to Donlan. Now Rooney. Donlan pointing left, and Rooney will find Riley Lowe once more. Will he? Yes, he will. Good chest control. Oh, it was. Commentator's curse. Classic case of sorry, Connor Riley Lowe. I said it was brilliant chest control. Well, it was, but he hasn't been able to stop the ball going out of play. And Fulham have a throw right in front of the Tinners fan zone. Movement in front of De Jesus. Is Rooney going to pick it up in midfield? Ridgeon does, and it's out to Asenga on the left-hand side, inside his own half. He goes up to halfway now. Nwoko, ball looking for Lapulu B, but combination of Kinsey and Donlan clears the ball. The throw's taken quickly by Fulham. It's back with Asenga inside the Truro City half. He's still got Nwoko out on the left-hand touchline, and he finds him. Ali Waheed back inside to Asenga, and it's gone out to De Jesus on the right-hand side. So once again, Fulham having a lot of the ball in their own half, but Starkey with a good foot in, and Riley Lowe's out on the right-hand side, left-hand side again, and that's a heavy touch from Starkey, and he absolutely poleaxes Oliver Gofford. And Ben Starkey becomes the second Truro City player to go into the notebook of referee Ross Martin. Well, if Max Kinsey could have had some form of complaint about his yellow card, I don't think Ben Starkey has any about his. He was late there and he caught Oliver Goffard in the centre circle. It's going to be a free kick to Fulham. The referee just writing in his notebook, puts it back in his top pocket, blows his whistle, and Fulham will have a free kick. They've taken it short, back inside their own half. Gofford back up on his feet, showing no ill effects of that challenge. Starkey once again battling with Asenga. Rooney with an important foot in ahead of Lupulu B. And there's Starkey and Donlan. Kinsey lets it run through his legs. Lavercombe with the clearance. Jeffcott hooks forward. Johnson Fisher's interested. Asenga with a heavy touch back to McNally, but McNally plays it out to De Jesus. It's going to be pursued by Jeffcott. Clipped down the line by De Jesus. Gofford with a heavy touch, and Lupulu B with great hold-up play, but it's a good foot in by Law, but Fulham still have the ball. Asenga, is he going to cross? He does. He crosses low. Ryan Law with the clearance. That's almost joined us here in the commentary box. Going to be a throw to Fulham in Truro City territory. So after weathering that early Truro City storm, chances for Conor Riley-Lowe and Dominic Johnson-Fisher. The Cottagers just coming back into proceedings. Asenga's throw to Ali Waheed. Asenga has it back. Into midfield it goes. Chibi Nwuku, but Nwuku's lost out to Jeffcott. And Jeffcott then just can't quite find Starkey. Ridgeon comes deep and picks up the loose ball for Fulham. De Jesus into midfield to Gofford. But that's well played by Riley Lowe. Now Jeffcott. Jeffcott bundled over there. Surely is he? Referee says nothing doing, but he would have played advantage anyway because Johnson Fisher picks up the loose ball. Now Hassani out to Starkey on the right-hand side. Starkey had Hassani in front of him. Starkey's going to cross, hang one up to the back post with his right foot. Rooney with an important foot in, and Law will pick it up. Clears first time. Out to Sonogo on the left-hand side. Sonogo bundled in the back there, is he? No, referee says play on once more. But Rooney picks it up for Truro City, does he? No, Riley Lowe loses out, and Fulham have it again. So Truro just not able to keep hold of the ball at the moment. Ali Waheed cuts inside Donlan, still going on his right foot. Ridgeon, now Nwuku. Nwuku out to the far side to De Jesus with number 2 on his back. Olliott will cross into a good area. Good header down as well. And it's narrowly wide of the post there. That is Fulham's best chance of the game. Lupalo B. Did he get anything on Tom Olliott's cross? I'm not sure if he did. If he did, it was the faintest of touches. Trying to glance it in to the bottom corner. Don't think Dan Lavercombe would have got there. But half a chance for Fulham, who in this last 5 or 6 minutes have just been able to retain the ball a little better, keep control of the midfield as well. Truro's midfield has dominated these early stages, but as we approach the half-hour mark here on BBC Radio Cornwall, midweek sports special, National League Cup action, it's still Truro 0, Fulham 0. Johnson Fisher with a good header. Can he keep it in, Johnson Fisher? No, he can't. Almost. He just scoops the ball behind him, does Dom Johnson Fisher. So John and Senga has a little bit more running to do, but Senga back to Eddie and Sazi. And oh dear, McNally and Nsazi aren't on the same wavelength there. And it's going to be a throw to Truro City. Tight to the corner flag, is it? Or is it going to be a throw to... No, it's a throw to Fulham, so it must have been charged down and deflected out for a throw there, but Fulham have got to try and play out from inside their own half, and they're doing that really well. Kinsey But Starkey clears up, and Donlan down the line for Hassani, but it's deflected off a Fulham player, so it's going to be a throw to Truro City. Both Kinsey and Starkey went charging towards the ball, both on a card, and Starkey has it back. Now it's with Max Kinsey. Kinsey will clip it into Jeffcott. Good header from Jeffcott, bounces off of Johnson Fisher, but into the arms of McNally, and McNally will bowl the ball out to Bradley De Jesus. Inside to Gofford. De Jesus again up to halfway. Lapulu B, good touch there. Gofford advancing behind him, but Donlan does a really good job of, he thought he did, but Lapulu B is in. Lapulu B, but the flag's gone up. Once again, I put the commentator's curse on Sean Donlan then. He'd done everything right, but then just took one too many touches. But Lapulu B had strayed into an offside position. Lavercombe made the save anyway. A bit half-hearted from Lapulu B, actually. I think he knew that perhaps he had strayed into an offside position. And the score remains at 0-0 here at the Truro City Stadium. Johnson Fisher. Great turn from Johnson Fisher. Can he find Starkey? No, he can't. And then Senga can come round on the cover and mop up back to McNally. McNally clears first time. Rooney, is he going to win that header? Yes, he can. Hassani for Truro City turns one way, then the other. Out to Johnson Fisher, who's popped up on the right-hand side. Back inside to Lyric Hassani. Hassani to Donlan. Donlan to Johnson Fisher. He's got some space in front of him as Johnson Fisher. Johnson Fisher's going to cross first time. Going to find Riley Lowe advancing at the back post, but is it Ben Starkey there that's committed a foul inside the 18-yard box, and it is a free kick to Fulham, which is going to be taken by Alfie McNally. McNally has it back. He clips it out to the right-hand side, headed back into midfield. Kinsey is having his shirt pulled there. Yeah, good decision by the referee. Lupalo B had a handful of Max Kinsey's shirt there. Kinsey clearance with his left foot. No advantage, so Truro will have a free kick. And Kinsey will take it quickly out to Ryan Law. Ryan Law over halfway now for Truro City. Law in centre of field to Rooney. Rooney cuts back inside, skips past one Rooney. Now to Riley Lowe, who's still in the Fulham half. Riley Lowe down the line. Johnson Fisher. Great touch from Johnson Fisher over in front of the Tinners fan zone. Great feet from Johnson Fisher, still going. Smuggled out of it by two defenders. Fulham player slips though. Johnson Fisher has it back. Sonogo to Hassani. Donlan's advanced forward and Donlan has it. Will he cross? No, he gives it to Ben Starkey. Will Starkey cross? Yes, he will. Charge down, corner to Truro City. Their fourth of this opening half, and every single one of them has been on their right-hand side. So once again, Connor Riley Lowe trudges over. And he'll take the corner in front of the control room and scoreboard here at the Truro City Stadium. No goals, but entertaining and compelling watch so far as we tick into the 31st minute. Riley Lowe with his arm up in the air. In it goes to the near post, but headed well clear. Going to be picked up by Ryan Law. Law, first time with his left foot, but once again, every single Truro City player just lets it bounce over their head. Law had a bit more time there. Riley Lowe had stayed wide. Riley Lowe's got to backtrack into position, but he's in midfield, is Connor Riley Lowe at the moment. Lyric Hassani's gone back into the left-back role. And Fulham have possession at a walking pace with Chibi Nwuku. Lapulu B has got Kinsey at his back, but Sonogo mops up. Sonogo will concede a throw right on halfway. The fourth official just moves out the way to let it bounce over the sideline. Almost joins the Fulham coaching staff in their dugout. Hassani's going to snap at heels over on the far side, but De Jesus comes away with it. De Jesus down the line to Lapulu B. Lapulu B is held off by Kinsey, and Law round on the cover gives it to Donlan. Truro in their own half once more with Ben Starkey. Rooney points Starkey back to Donlan. Donlan's going to be put on some pressure by Ali Waheed, and he goes back to Lavercombe, who clears first time with his right foot up to Jeffcott. Jeffcott wins the header. Can Johnson Fisher get in behind? Almost. Picked up by Starkey. Starkey's got some ground in front of him on the right-hand side. Ben Starkey. Starkey tried the clipped effort into the box. but McNally can let it go behind for a goal kick to Fulham. 33 minutes on the clock here at the Truro City Stadium. Truro City 0, Fulham 0. The best chances of the half falling to the home side though. Conor Riley-Lowe with an effort that was saved by Alfie McNally with his legs at his near post. And then Dominic Johnson-Fisher with an effort that flashed across goal that McNally got a touch to turn behind for a corner. At the other end, Aaron Lapulu-B glanced a header just wide of Dan Lavercombe's goal, and Lapulu-B's in the game here, but Kinsey has done really well to get in front of him. It's back to Lavercombe, now Donnellan. Donnellan really didn't want it, but he's got it. Now Kinsey doesn't want it either. Now Law, Truro City trying to play their way out of trouble, and they do that well, because it's found Johnson-Fisher. Great turn from Johnson-Fisher. Johnson-Fisher with a heavy touch. Charged down, the ball's been by Johnson-Fisher. Jeffcott's pursuing it on the right-hand side. It's going to be a throw to Fulham. Well, a test of Truro's capabilities of playing out from the back there, and I think they passed that one with flying colours, actually. Kinsey's ball was picked up by Johnson-Fisher, who's been bright and lively inside this opening half. Asenga with the throw for Fulham, just delaying taking it, but goes to Ali Waheed. Asenga's just about kept the ball in under pressure from Starkey, and Fulham are forced to go all the way back to McNally. McNally on the edge of his 6-yard box, clears with his right foot up to halfway. Lapulu-B lets it bounce through his legs, and Kinsey can clear up. That's an intriguing and interesting battle between centre half and centre forward in this opening half. Kinsey has gone in the book, but Lapulu-B just with one chance, and Kinsey's ball forward. Asenga got a call from McNally, let it go over his head, and the visiting incumbent has it. He passes out to Chibi Nwuku. McNally has it back on the right-hand side of his 18-yard box. A little clip ball forward. It's going to bounce once, not twice. And Law round on the cover. Donnellan with a touch to Rooney. Now Riley-Lowe in front of the Truro City dugout. Sonogo on halfway. Sonogo with good feet to retain the ball, but he's lost out Seydou Sonogo. Johnson-Fisher interested in front of the Tinners fan zone, and Hassani. But Fulham have the ball back, and they've been forced to go back to the goalkeeper, McNally, who's going to have it again, and he's going to clear, I think, under pressure from Luke Jeffcott. But that's easy for Sean Donnellan. Good touch from Donnellan. Donnellan into Hassani. Hassani needs to go forward. Hassani's bundled over, and he can't go forward. It's a foul there by Oliver Gofford, I think. Yes, Gofford running away for the seniors' crime. Truro have got on with things quickly. Johnson-Fisher with the effort. Picked up by Starkey. Johnson-Fisher's shot was charged down. Kinsey to Donnellan, who stay forward. Now Law out to Riley-Lowe on the left-hand side. Riley-Lowe with his back to goal. He's got Donnellan inside, and he finds Sean Donnellan. Donnellan's going to go from left to right. Can he find Hassani? He can. Great control from Hassani. Hassani had Starkey making the run in front of him. Instead he goes back to Rooney. Now Starkey's in the game. Starkey, heavy touch, or soft touch there to Rooney, but it's a lovely turn from Rooney. And Donnellan, Hassani. Now Starkey, can he keep the ball in? Yes, he can, but a miscontrol there from Ben Starkey, and it's out for a throw to Fulham. They've got on with things quickly, and Fulham are bursting forward. Starkey with some defending to do, and he's done it really well. Donnellan has it back. Donnellan just clips one down the line for Johnson-Fisher. Fulham forced to come across and play the ball. Johnson-Fisher doesn't want to give a foul away. He hasn't. He's actually won a corner, Dominic Johnson-Fisher. It was Samuel Misser there battling with Johnson-Fisher. Truro City's 5th corner of the half. One to Fulham. And once again, it's going to be taken on the right-hand side by Conor Riley-Lowe. He really has delivered some teasing balls into the 6-yard box, into the danger zone for goalkeeper Alfie McNally. One from a free kick, which was right underneath his crossbar. The goalkeeper did ever so well to punch clear when Sean Donnellan was lurking. Let's see if Riley-Lowe can deliver the ball into those good areas again. He does, but it's headed well clear by Fulham. Riley-Lowe's going to have it back out on the right-hand side. Riley-Lowe twisting, turning, crosses, up to Sonogo, out to the back post. Kinsey's going to retrieve it for Truro City. He's going to give it back to Lyric Hassani. Danger not over for Fulham. Hassani crosses with his right foot. McNally, great goalkeeping. He was battling there with Sonogo with Riley Lowe and with Starkey. Brave goalkeeping there from Alfie McNally. Came through a sea of bodies, claimed confidently and calmly as well. And Fulham are back underway. Lapulu B with a great touch. He's got past Kinsey this time. Lapulu B going to have to try and do it on his own. Lapulu B knocks it in front of every player in a white shirt. And Donnellan comes round on the cover. Jeffcott battling with Asenga on halfway, but it's a throw to Fulham. Asenga into Nwuku. Nwuku back to Asenga inside his own half. Nwuku has it inside the Truro half now. Nwuku is going to give it to De Jesus. Ball with the outside of his left foot to Olliott on the far side. De Jesus went to pass, kept hold of it. And that's a bit of a wayward pass as well. Are Fulham going to keep the ball in play? No, they're not. Throw to Truro City inside the Fulham half, midway inside it as well. As we tick into the 39th minute here at the Truro City Stadium. Still no goals, but plenty of goal mouth action, especially from a Truro City point of view. They've definitely looked the more threatening so far. Fulham with one chance of note. A header by Aaron Lapulu B, which went narrowly wide. Donnellan has the ball into Jeffcott. Now Hassani, Starkey on his outside, giving it back to Donnellan. Donnellan's going to cross to the back post, over everyone. And it's a corner, another corner. Truro 6th of this first half. And the first from the left-hand side. So Riley Lowe's not going to take that one. Lyric Hassani trots over to in front of the Tinners fan zone. But it was a searching, probing ball to the back post, and the Fulham defence could take no chances. They had to put it behind for a corner. A little bit like Seydou Sanogo did at the other end earlier in the half. But Hassani, one arm in the air for Lyric Hassani. Goes short to Jeffcott. Jeffcott turns it round the corner, can't find Riley Lowe. And it's hacked clear by Fulham, and it's hacked clear all the way back to Dan Lavercombe, who first time gives it to Ryan Law. Ryan Law's put under pressure by Olliott. Down the line, looking for Riley Lowe. Can he find Riley Lowe? No, he can't. And it's with Alfie McNally. So after 5 balls right into the mixer, Truro City tried something a little bit different there. Didn't quite work. Johnson Fisher puts Fulham under pressure, and Starkey has the ball back deep inside the Fulham half. Sean Donnellan to Dan Rooney. Just as a few spectators get up in front of our commentary position, it's almost time for the half-time tea, coffee or bovril that we play on here at the Truro City Stadium. And it's with Ryan Law to Sanogo. Sanogo with a lovely touch on the outside of his foot. Almost found Riley Lowe, but it was good tracking back by Olliott. We've got a toe in front of the ball, toe on the ball, should I say. Now Rooney twisting, turning, still going down Rooney. Was he bundled over there? Well, he was, but fairly, says the referee. Now Fulham have a chance to break. In midfield with Nwuku. Nwuku pursued by Hassani. Ali Waheed has it. Ali Waheed bursting forward. Good turn, keeps hold of the ball, does Ali Waheed. Now Nwuku. Patient build-up from Fulham. Asenga on the left-hand side. Back to Nwuku again, who's seen a lot of the ball this opening half. Gofford goes back inside his own half, and it's now with McNally once more. So once again, that Truro City press has worked really well there. Fulham did have the ball charged down. McNally's clearance was charged down by a sprawling Jeffcott there, who slid across this lush Truro City Stadium turf. Could have gone anywhere, that did, but it's out for a throw to Fulham. Lapulu B's come very deep to pick it up. Hasenga, Lapulu B again. Good foot in from Kinsey. Law will clear with his left foot, looking for Johnson Fisher. Can he find Johnson Fisher? No, he can't, but the ball's loose in midfield. It's picked up by Hassani. Now Ben Starkey right on halfway. Truro content to keep hold of the ball, and Donnellan with a burst of energy forward over halfway. Got Starkey on his right-hand side, ball into Jeffcott's feet, but then Jeffcott's touch to the right-hand side was a little bit heavy. But once again, Fulham are going to have to play out from deep inside their own half. John Asenga is going to take this throw for Hayden Mullins' side. Asenga to Lapulu B, but he's lost out there to Donlan. Kinsey on the cover, headed into midfield, picked up by Dan Rooney. Dan Rooney charging for Willie Shue, gives it to Johnson Fisher, a little bit in front of Johnson Fisher. Well, for mine, Dan Rooney would have been better off keeping hold of the ball and let him fly. He didn't. He looked to find Dominic Johnson Fisher, couldn't quite find Dominic Johnson Fisher, and it is out for a goal kick to Fulham. 43 minutes on the clock here at the Truro City Stadium. BBC Radio Cornwall, a midweek sports special. Live and uninterrupted coverage of Truro City's second National League Cup match. They are 1 from 1 so far, just like Fulham after their 7-0 win over Sutton. Truro 3-2 winners here over Southampton. Alfie McNally, the goalkeeper, will clear deep into the Truro half. Powerful header from Donlan. Can he find Johnson Fisher? There's a good touch from Senga ahead of Johnson Fisher. He's forced to retreat though and forced to go back into his own half. And Fulham will look to build from the back again. Truro will look to press the ball high up the field, try and force a mistake. McNally out to De Jesus on the right-hand side. De Jesus going to just clip it down the line. Looking for Lapulu B up against Kinsey. Lapulu B has the ball. Kinsey nagging away, snapping away at the back, at his back. Into Ali Waheed. Ali Waheed thought about taking a shot, gives it to Asenga. Asenga's going to cut inside. Asenga's going to try and find the top corner, but he can only find the massed ranks gathered in the eastern stand. An effort on target, off target should I say, from Fulham. Bit of an inquest going on there at the back between Lavacum and Ben Starkey. All eyes on the fourth official, Sean Rothwell. Got his arms folded at the moment in between the two dugouts over on the far side here at the Truro City Stadium. No action yet. Perhaps he hasn't got the nod from the referee Ross Martin. Don't think either trainer's been on so far, so perhaps we're not going to have any stoppage time as Starkey flicks on for Johnson Fisher. Starkey can't quite win the second ball, but Riley Lowe brings it down quite brilliantly. Riley Lowe into Starkey. Starkey's going to turn. Is Starkey going to shoot? He's going to find Jeffcott. Jeffcott trying to fashion a shooting opportunity. Jeffcott off the crossbar. Luke Jeffcott, how close? A coat of paint away. That's how close to finding the top corner. He pushed the ball across the edge of the 18-yard box, trying to find a shooting opportunity onto his left foot, and that in fact is the last action of this first half. Truro City come in within a crossbar's width of taking the lead in the closing moments of the first half. It's been a first half that has been dominated by John Askey's side. Good chances for Connor Riley Lowe and Dominic Johnson Fisher, both denied by the home custodian Alfie McNally. And then just a moment ago, as the half-time whistle approached, no stoppage time in this opening 45 minutes. Luke Jeffcott fed by Ben Starkey across the face of the 18-yard box. Jeffcott wanted it on his left foot, got it on his left foot, tried to bend it in the top corner. McNally left grasping at thin air. The ball cannoned back off the crossbar, out for a goal kick. No time to take it as the referee Ross Martin brings an end to an entertaining opening 45 minutes here at the Truro City Stadium. But no deadlock has been broken as of yet. After 45 minutes here in the National League Cup, it is Truro City 0, Fulham 0.
So don't forget half-time. 2 bars available. We've got our wax marquee and our wax outdoor bar as well. Just get yourselves in there, get yourself a drink. Food-wise, pass the sausage rolls in the wax marquee. And if that doesn't take your fancy, the wax barbecue area is still open and fully stocked. And also, don't forget to pop along to our Kappa shop, selling our home, away and third kit. shirts, hats and scarves. So make sure you get yourselves in there looking good and ready for the second half.
It's so much better. I'm funkin' out in hell all the way. Never lose that feeling. You know of how I learned my lesson. With a little dancing and singing and moving through the groove and just like
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, our 50-50 draw has been made, and the winning amount tonight is a big £30. And the winning number for the 50-50 draw, 784. 784 is the winning number for the 50-50 draw, and as always you can collect your winnings from the comms room, which is the little grey building on the Eden Hot Tubs stand side. So once again, 50-50 draw winning number 784. 784, and your winning amount is £30.
So me go so then, but I don't really care what people say. I don't really watch what them want to do. Still I got to stick to my girls like glue, and I might not play number 2. All I know the time is just getting jet. Need a lot of G's up in my head, and a lot of nets in my bed to run that real. Well, I know flicker girl, them on the road, them got the goody. One thing me have to tell them, don't take out the woody. Front way, back way, cut the came on off the stubby. Virgin, them want give me, and me have to took it. Hot girls out the road, I say them see me. And I tell me, say them have something for give me. How much someone like them all a dream about the Jimmy. Them a promise, and I tell me, say I be me for me. But a promise is a compared to a fool, so cool. But they don't know, say that man have to rule the school. When I pet them, just wet them up just like a pool. When I dignitary way, I pay use up me tool. But I don't really care what people say. I don't really watch what them want to do. Still I got to stick to my girls like glue, and I might not play number 2. All I know this time is just getting jet. Need a lot of cheese up in my head, and I know the desert in my bed to run that real. So how can they want big up them chest, but they don't know how to go when they rated as the best? I wouldn't nail up, it's the sound of all this, and I keep a fit of.
So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if this is your first time along to the Truro City Stadium, you like what you see, you enjoy the whole match day experience, and you fancy coming again, our next home game here at the Truro City Stadium is the 27th of September. That's a Saturday game with a 3 p.m. kickoff, when we welcome Morecambe along to the Truro City Stadium. That is set to be a fantastic game, and as always, it really does help us if you can get your tickets in advance at trurocity.co.uk. And also another big thank you to our two sponsors tonight. Our match sponsors, City West Country and BYD. And our ball sponsors are Enterprise. Another big thank you to our sponsors.
Them don't want the money, them only want the money. That's how me know, so them boy, they all a move funny. Look like them lost, living in the past. One thing we have to tell them now, them better move fast before we get crossed. Bad man no cater for them just because me got to them. But I don't really care what people say. I don't really watch what them want to do. Still I got to stick to my girls like glue, and I might not play number 2. All I know the time is just getting jet. Need a lot of cheese up in my.
While we're talking dates, don't forget to put this date in your diary. The 3rd of October, it's a Friday evening here at the Truro City Stadium. We've got a charity football match going on, and at half-time, a first ever. Wax Events are putting on our first ever to happen in Cornwall drone light show here at the Truro City Stadium, along with a firework finale. After the game finishes in the Wax Marquee, we've got a silent disco, and prior to that, there's live music. And also, as always here at the Truro City Stadium, some fantastic Cornish food and drink. So that's October the 3rd, Friday evening. Make sure you get your tickets nice and early before they sell out.
I'ma spit the truth. I won't stop till I get them in their birthday suit. So give me the rhythm and it'll be off with their clothes. They bend over to the front and touch your toes. I left the jag and I took the roll. If they ain't cutting, then I put them on foot patrol. How you like me now when my piggy's valued over 300,000? Let's drink, you the one to please. Little Chris fill cups like double D's. Me and Ursa, what's more when we leave them dead? We want a lady in the street, but a freak in the bed that say, Sure, got the voice to make your booty go. Take that, rewind it back. Ludacris got the flow to make your booty go. Take that, rewind it back. Lil John got the beat to make your booty go.
gentlemen, please welcome back to the field, Fulham. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome back onto the field your Truro City Boys!
Truro back out.
We've got two substitutes coming on for Fulham. Number 19, Macaulay White, and number 15, Jaden Quasi. And a substitution for Truro City. Coming off is Dominic Johnson Fisher, and he's been replaced.
Thank you very much, Ross. Half-time substitution for the Tinners. Dominic Johnson Fisher off. Christian Oxlade-Chamberlain on, it looks like. Yeah, definitely. I can't see Dominic Johnson Fisher out there. So Dom Johnson Fisher off. Christian Oxlade-Chamberlain on. I think that's Ben Starkey back into a more attacking role as Truro get us underway. Ryan Law has the ball for John Askey's side. Connor Riley-Lowe back to Max Kinsey. He'll clear first time with his left foot over halfway. Starkey wins the header. Jeffcott, now Starkey. Truro on the front foot straight away. Starkey, left-hand side of the box. Can he cross? Gives it back to Riley-Lowe. Riley-Lowe with a touch. Back inside to Starkey. Starkey's claiming he's been fouled there, but Fulham have come away with it. Fulham have made changes at half-time, and it's one of them substitutes. Jaden Quasi. Quasi spreads it over to the left-hand side of the box for the Cottagers. Into the box. Effort on goal there from Ali Waheed, but charged down. And Quasi, the substitute, involved straight away for Fulham. But that's a strong foot in there from Rooney. Truro haven't been able to clear the danger. Crossing opportunity all the way over to the back post. Riley-Lowe can just bring it down inside the 6-yard box. Still going Riley-Lowe out of the 18-yard box now. Checks, gives it back to Law. Law's going to clear first time with his left foot up to halfway. Doesn't find Starkey because Fulham win the header. Who's pick that up. Lapulu B has it back inside. Fulham with possession. Nwuku looking for Lapulu B. Nwuku would continue the run, but Kinsey round on the cover. The ball crashes off the advertising hall, and it's going to be a throw to the visitors. Eddie Nsazi goes all the way back to his goalkeeper Alfie McNally, who was by far the busier of the two custodians in the opening half. And Nsazi has it back again out on the right-hand side. He goes back to McNally, who's going to be put under some pressure by Jeffcott. McNally clears with his right foot over halfway over everyone's head but Ryan Law's. Law into Riley Lowe. Riley Lowe shoved over there by Oliver Gofford. Gofford puts his hand up to his face, probably in a bit of amazement, but that was a clear free kick, and Riley Lowe's going to take it short back to Ryan Law. Law to Max Kinsey, one of two Truro City players to be booked. Kinsey with his right foot out to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oxlade-Chamberlain flicks down the line. There's a Fulham player who's come on without a name or a number on the back of his shirt. That's unhelpful Fulham from a commentator's point of view, but process of elimination will work out who that is. It's with Ryan Law. Now to Riley Lowe inside their own half. Truro playing from right to left in this second half. Law slips as he clears, but he finds Jeffcott. Jeffcott flicks on to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oxlade-Chamberlain cuts inside. Still going Christian Oxlade-Chamberlain to Hassani. Now Jeffcott across the ball. Starkey! How has he missed? How has Ben Starkey missed there? I do not know. He bangs the turf in frustration. Does Ben Starkey put on a plate for him by Luke Jeffcott? Brilliant, sharp, incisive play from the Tinners inside the opening 3 minutes of this second half, but Starkey just couldn't quite direct his shot into the back of the net and on target. And Fulham with McNally out to Gofford on the right hand side. Starkey's going to put the Fulham defence under some pressure, and they clear up to halfway, but it's food and drink for Ryan Law. Back inside to Riley Lowe. Riley Lowe shoved over unceremoniously by Jaden Quasi. No relation to Nigel Quasi, who was a teammate of Hayden Mullins' at West Ham, I'm reliably informed. Like Mullins, also played for Portsmouth. Mullins an FA Cup winner with Portsmouth in 2010 when Harry Redknapp was the manager. Beat Cardiff in the final. Free kick for Truro City, right in front of our commentary position. Hassani hangs up to the back post, looking for Kinsey. Kinsey with a free header. Kinsey again. Jeffcott sniffing around there. It was Donlan who won the first header, back to Kinsey. Jeffcott sniffing on the penalty spot. Couldn't quite force the ball home. Once again, bright signs here from Truro City. McNally has it inside his own 6-yard box, out to the far side to Asenga. Asenga's going to clear first time down the line. That's to no one in particular other than Dan Lavercombe. Offside flags up as well. Lapulu Beard strayed into an offside position. Lavercombe puts the ball down, plays it quickly to Kinsey. Once again, this frenetic nature of this game continues. Oxlade-Chamberlain down the line to Hassani. Hassani with a couple of neat touches back to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Hassani again. Riley Lowe wants on the left-hand side. It's coming his way. He's now got it thanks to Ryan Law. Connor Riley Lowe back inside to Seydou Sanogo. First time ball back to Law. Law to Starkey with his back to goal. Strength from Ben Starkey. Holds off the attentions of Sessi. And now it's with Law. Law bursting forward is Ryan Law. Still going Law. Wanted the run of Starkey. And Sassi, will he let it go out? Yes, he will. Good play in front of Ben Starkey there from Eddie and Sassi. And it'll be a goal kick to Fulham. Truro City with one half-time substitution. Fulham with two. We definitely know that one of those substitutions is Jaden Quasi. We're not quite sure who the other one is. And here's Quasi on the ball inside his own half, pursued by Seydou Sanogo. He's going to go back to his goalkeeper McNally. Remember, if we are level at 90 minutes, it is a penalty shootout to decide the winners. No draws in these games, but Fulham have the ball with Olliott. Olliott ball looking for the midfield runners there, but Kinsey sweeps up and Riley Lowe can't prevent it going out for a throw. Gofford's going to take the throw, is he? Didn't look like he wanted to, but he gives it to Quasi. Gofford's got it back again, and Sazi Back to McNally, but Jeffcott's interested once more. McNally's ball's not convincing, and Jeffcott, has he won the ball back there? No, he hasn't. Fulham have it on halfway, and Fulham have run it out of play. It was a rush ball forward there by Nsenga. End result is a Truro City throw. Christian Oxlade-Chamberlain in the game. That's a different problem for Fulham to worry about. The long throws of Oxlade-Chamberlain. Donlan inside his own half to Kinsey. Kinsey with the first time ball up into the now dark Truro skies. It's headed out, is it? Yes, it is. It's headed out by Fulham over on the far side. And I mentioned Christian Oxlade-Chamberlain. Well, he's going to be in the game because he sent Max Kinsey forward, and every Fulham player has retreated almost to their 18-yard box. It's only Olliott that's not in the 18-yard box. He's just on the edge. Oxlade-Chamberlain with the long throw, headed off a Fulham player, I think, but back into the grateful arms of McNally, and the score remains at 0-0. McNally, who's going to have to put the ball down. The referee's hand went up to signal that his time was nearly up. Good touch by Law, out to Riley Lowe. Riley Lowe back inside to Sonogo. Great to see Sonogo playing again. He was such a bright spark at the start of last season and suffered a broken leg, and he's got it again as Sonogo. Out to Riley Lowe on the left-hand side. Back inside to Seydou Sonogo. First time to Law. Law, Riley Lowe. Riley Lowe cuts inside, and he finds Rooney. Donlan's over on the right, but instead Rooney with a crossfield ball to Christian Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oxlade-Chamberlain, oh, heavy touch from Oxlade-Chamberlain. Asenga can just take it off his toes, but Asenga back to McNally. McNally's clearance has been skewed. Will it go out for a Truro throw? Oxlade-Chamberlain actually keeps the ball in play. Well, Asenga does then put it out onto the open side here at the Truro City Stadium. The ball grabbed at the second attempt by a couple of spectators, and Stuart Yetton just does the ball crew's job for them and puts it back on its required place. Christian Oxlade-Chamberlain's already picked up another ball, and he's going to launch this long throw into the box. Kinsey forward again, Sonogo. Jeffcott standing on the goalkeeper's toes, and it goes from Oxlade-Chamberlain. Headed well clear by Fulham. Hassani's going to pick the second ball up, and Rooney and Sonogo. Back out to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Going to take a touch. He's going to cross, is he? Back to Donlan. Donlan with the effort. Great save from McNally. Danger not over. Kinsey with a heavy touch. Can he keep it in play? No. Well, that would have been an unlikely score, an unlikely route to goal there from Truro City. Sean Donlan. Oxlade-Chamberlain found Donlan, who'd stayed forward in the box, and his effort stings the palms of Alfie McNally. Another chance there for Truro City. Kwasi, and back to Gofford, who will clear down the line, and Lapulu B is interested, but the ball wins that particular race. Donlan had come across from right to left, but it's out for a throw to Truro City. Donlan with a run of games for the Tinners since signing on loan just before the bank holiday weekend. Good touch there from Dan Rooney. Rooney bursts forward. Handball said Fulham, but Rooney was having his shirt pulled, and the referee blows for a free kick. Truro have gone on with things quickly. Kinsey out to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Oxlade-Chamberlain down the line. Can he find Hassani? Hassani slips back into midfield, and Fulham have it once more. Into the Truro City half, up to Lapulu B. He's got the better of Kinsey that time as Lapulu B. Hat-trick in the last game, Lapulu B. Fulham's best chance of the game so far is with Nwuku. Nwuku twisting, turning. Nwuku's going to have it back. Will he cross tight to the Tinners fan zone touchline? But in the end, Chibi Nwuku, a bit of a nothing ball forward there really, and Dan Lavacum can retrieve from behind his own byline, and it will be a goal kick. It's going to be taken by the former Torquay United and Wigan Athletic goalkeeper, is it? No, there's going to be some substitutions for Truro City. So Ryan Law's one of the players that's going off, replaced by Sam Sanders, and Sean Donnellan as well.
Substitution for Truro City. Coming off is our number 25, Sean Donnellan.
and Will Dean as well. So Dean, after 2 games in midfield, is going to be back in his central defensive area. So successful playing there at the back end of last season. So Sanders and Dean on, Donlan and Law off for Truro City, their 3rd change of the game. They have the ball with Hassani, looking for Jeffcott down the left-hand side. Jeffcott's away. Only Starkey in the box. Riley Lowe and Sonogo's there. Found Hassani. Hassani with a little clip effort. Sonogo narrowly wide. Would have been a brilliant goal. Lovely run from Seydou Sonogo. Even better ball from Lyric Hassani. Sonogo was just trying to caress the ball into the bottom corner, but he can't direct his header on target. Fulham quite say their goals lead in a charmed life, but if the deadlock's going to be broken, it looks like it's going to be Truro opposed to the visitors. Lapulu B loses out to Kinsey, but Sonogo slips and Gofford has it for Fulham, just inside his own half to Quasi, the substitute. Quasi's forced to go back to Nsazi, but Quasi has it again. Quasi pursued by Hassani. Ball almost through there, but it was well swept up by Dean and Kinsey. Dean's ball forward looking for Jeffcott. Oxlade-Chamberlain wins the header. Hassani in front of Quasi, and then Jeffcott's just almost in agricultural fashion shoved over. Jeffcott takes a tumble. Probably the easiest decision the referee has to make all evening, giving Truro City a free kick. Once again, Riley Lowe has his arms in the air over on the left-hand side. Dean has Oxlade-Chamberlain out on the right. He's going to put it in the box, though, not going to take it short. Will Dean with one arm up in the air. Dean into a good area, nearly found the header Donlan. Starkey was there as well. Both players take a tumble. It's going to be a Fulham throw. Right tight to the their right-hand corner flag. Truro will look to pin the visitors into their own half here. Short throw. Olliott's clearance. Sanders through a sea of bodies. Good touch from Starkey. A little bit tight. Riley Lowe. That's the ball gone out. Thought it had. No, play on. Lapulu B. Lapulu B with the ball down the line. Rooney loses out. 2 players take a tumble. Kinsey round on the cover. No free kick for either side, says the referee. Both teams were appealing. It was Ridgeon that was battling there with Rooney. Both players took a tumble. Looked like a fair contest for the ball, but we play on. And Fulham have it inside their own half. Up to Lapulu B, and he loses out and he gives it to an attacking player. It's Nsenga. And Nsenga's effort is high wide and not very handsome for Fulham. But they have registered a shot on goal in this second half, although it was never troubling Dan Lavercombe. And the score remains 0-0 here at the Truro City Stadium. BBC Radio Cornwall, a midweek sports special. We'll be bringing you live coverage of the Tinners' trip to Scunthorpe this weekend. We're across the local rugby. We'll be across Penzance's National Cricket Cup final at Lords as well on Saturday. A bumper weekend of sport for you here on BBC Radio Cornwall. As Lavercombe's clearance finds Oxlade-Chamberlain, Jeffcott, Sonogo, now Starkey, who's popped up on the right-hand side, is with Hassani. Hassani back to Max Kinsey, and Kinsey goes further back to Will Dean. Lapulu B almost slips. Dean down the line looking for Starkey. He's got a little bit too much on it, and it's behind for a goal kick. 61 minutes on the clock here at the Truro City Stadium. Truro City 0, Fulham 0. National League Cup Pool C action. Both teams with 100% records so far in the tournament. Very much a game dominated by Truro City, but crucially they haven't been able to put the ball in the back of the net. Fulham playing out from the back. Ball cleared over on their left-hand side, up to Lapulu B. Dean wins the header. Oxlade-Chamberlain's going to pick up the second ball. And Oxlade-Chamberlain with the ball in behind to Jeffcott. Jeffcott battling there with Nsassi, but it's with McNally, who bowls out pretty quickly to Gofford. Back inside, Gofford has it once more, and Sassy charges out of the edge of his own 18-yard box. Ridgeon down the right-hand side. Will Olliott be in over on the right? No, he won't, Tom Olliott. Can't keep the ball in play. Sam Sanders had tracked the run well, though, so it's been difficult for Olliott to get a shot away at goal or even a cross into the box from there. End result, goal kick to Truro City, which they take short. Havercombe to Kinsey, to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Lets it go through his legs well to Jeffcott. Jeffcott bundled over on halfway. No free kick this time, though. And Fulham have it down their right, but it's well swept up by Will Dean. He can only find Gofford. He's playing in a deeper role after those half-time changes. Hassani, has he been able to win the ball back? No, Gofford slips, as does Riley Lowe. Up to Lapulu B. Lapulu B, has he got past Will Dean? No, he hasn't. Great footing from Will Dean, but Fulham are on the front foot, out on the right-hand side. It's Asenga. Asenga with the effort! Stung the palms of Lavercombe, and oh my goodness, Olliott had far more time than he thought. Quite say he had a tap in, but he should have done better with the follow-up there. It was Asenga's effort that was saved by Lavercombe, and then Olliott couldn't test the home number one second time round, and it's probably Fulham's best chance of this second half going the way of John Asenga. Lavercombe wanted to get on with things quickly, but the referee says the ball's moving, so Lavercombe take the goal kick for a second time. This time he goes long. Flicked on by Oxlade-Chamberlain, kept in by Jeffcott. Jeffcott, can he find Starkey? No, he can't. It's cleared, and it's basketball style. Kept in there by John Askey. Good touch from Sanogo, out to Riley Lowe. Little bit of work for Riley Lowe to do. Miscontrol from Riley Lowe. The ball's not gone out, though. Riley Lowe been able to keep it in. No, he's pushed off the ball by Gofford there. Gofford will clear with his right foot up to Lapulu B, but Dean does really well to intercept the ball, and he's fouled by Lapulu B, then rather theatrically throws himself to the ground in frustration at giving away that free kick. It's only a little nudge there on Will Dean, but enough to send the former Exeter City man sprawling to the turf. It'll be a free kick taken by Dan Lavercombe inside his own half for Truro City. Lavercombe with his right foot over halfway. Can he find Starkey? He does, almost. They come off a Fulham player. Well, they clear. Dean through a sea of bodies, miscontrolled. Lapulu B, but Dean with an important foot in. Did it come off Lapulu B last? No, it didn't. Throw to Fulham, which is going to be taken by Oliver Gofford. Is there some more substitutions? There is. Two more Truro changes. One of them is going to be Zach Bell. It's the other Harry Kite as well, I think. Can't quite see, because the referee's standing right in the way. See Stuart Yetton and John Askey there. Definitely can see Zach Bell. So Seydou Sanogo is coming off. Impressive return to action for Seydou Sanogo. He's replaced by Harry Kite. And it's Max Kinsey that's gone off to be replaced by Zach Bell. So that for me will be Oxlade-Chamberlain going back to the central defensive berth that Kinsey has just vacated. Yeah, there he goes, Oxlade-Chamberlain. As Lapulu B and Dean are grabbing hold of each other's shirt. Gofford will take the throw. Lapulu B, well, Dean takes a tumble under the challenge by Lapulu B. Oxlade-Chamberlain has the ball. Oxlade-Chamberlain bursting forward, over halfway, needs a run in front of him. He's got Riley Lowe. Will Starkey stay onside? Jeffcott looking to stay onside. Harry Kite to Starkey. Starkey with his back to goal. Starkey's just hassled out of it there by Quasi, the substitute. Lapulu B once more. Lapulu B's going to have to be careful here. He's going to go into the referee's notebook, because that's about his third foul on Will Dean in the space of the last 3 or 4 minutes. Has the ball gone out on the far side? No, it hasn't. Here's Lapulu B and Dean battling. Lapulu B with the better of that one, raking crossfield ball out to the far side to Macaulay Zappa, the substitute. Zappa's kept it in. Zappa cutting inside, all on his left foot. Now his right foot, Zappa. Wide of the target. And the referee's going to blow his whistle. I think he's going to talk to Dean and... Yes, he is. The referee's stopped play. He's talking to Will Dean and he's talking to Aaron Lapulu B. He's actually called Connor Riley Lowe over. Lapulu B's lurking in the background. Referee talking to Riley Lowe. I was telling Will Dean just to calm down. For me, I think Lapulu B more often than not has been the guilty party there, but the referee perhaps thinks differently. That's what he was saying to Connor Riley Lowe. But the end result after that effort from Macaulay Zappa is a goal kick to Truro City. It bounces. Is it picked up in midfield by the Tinners? Rooney, Sanders, high foot, says the referee, right in the centre circle. Harry Kite this time talking to the referee. It's going to be a free kick to Fulham. It's going to be taken by Chibi Nwoka. 68 minutes on the clock, just as the rain starts to fall here at the TCS. He's done well so far. Hassani with a foot in though. Nwoka's been beaten to the punch by Lyric Hassani. Still going Hassani, turning one way then the other. Out to the right hand side to Zach Bell. Bell into the feet of Luke Jeffcott. Jeffcott back to Rooney. Now Kite looking for Starkey. Can't quite find Starkey. Rooney has it once more. Now Sanders round the corner to Riley Lowe. Kite's made the run in front of him. Still going Riley Lowe. Charging into centre of field. Riley Lowe to Starkey. He's looking for Bell as well. Hassani's got some defending to do now. Up against Zappa right in front of the Truro City dugout. Back to Asenga. Asenga, can he find Zappa? No, good foot in there from Hassani. Hassani again. Fulham player just slips on the turf. It's with Riley Lowe. Blatant shirt pull there. Well, if Max Kinsey went in the book for something similar in the first half, then surely the Fulham players, it's Asenga. It's got to do likewise. Well, there is a player in the book for Fulham. It's Ridgeon, but that's for something he said, not for the shirt pull. So Seth Ridgeon into the book, the first Fulham player to go into the notebook of referee Ross Martin, and Truro have an attacking free kick. And they've taken it quickly. Oh no, they haven't. Well, they did take it quickly, but the referee was still doing his paperwork, so Dean can have another go, and he's not going to go short, I don't think, Will Dean. Will he look for Riley Lowe? Sanders, Starkey on the edge of the 18-yard box. Good ball in as well, looking for Sanders. Going to fall to Oxlade-Chamberlain. Is it good chest control by Oxlade-Chamberlain? Out to Bell. Bell with a cross in. Jeffcott, great save at his near post by McNally. Didn't know an awful lot about it, Alfie McNally. Think Jeffcott got a touch on it just to knock it goalwards. And Dean, under pressure from Pepper, back to Zappa, should I say, back to Lavercombe. Lavercombe's clearance almost joins us in the commentary box, hits the back of some Fulham supporters who had just got up from their seats in front of us, and it's going to be a throw that's taken by Oliver Gofford. Another chance for Truro City. Will they be left to rue those chances? Well, we shall see. Gofford. Lapulu B loses out and Kite picks it up for Truro City. Kite needs someone on the right hand side. Instead he goes back to Dan Rooney. Harry Kite has it again to Oxlade-Chamberlain inside his own half. Riley Lowe wants on the left hand side. He's going to get it as well. Brilliant ball from Oxlade-Chamberlain. Head control from Riley Lowe. Into the box. Riley Lowe to the byline. It's going to be a goal. And it is a goal. It's Luke Jeffcott. Finally, Truro City's persistence has paid off. It was a brilliant ball from right to left from Christian Oxlade-Chamberlain. Excellent head control from Riley Lowe into the corridor uncertainty. And there was Luke Jeffcott arriving to tap home from just a few yards out. And finally Truro have the go-ahead goal. Truro City 1, Fulham 0. Luke Jeffcott with his second of the season. Both of them have come in this competition as well. He scored at that end. Luke Jeffcott. Some of the members of the press in the press box just asking who scored that goal, but definitely Luke Jeffcott for me. So Truro City lead by 1-0 inside the final 20 minutes here at the Truro City Stadium. They want one, they've got one, they want more, because Jeffcott's back on the front foot. Zach Bell charging forward. Can Bell get his cross into the box? He can! At his near post. Is it stopped by McNally from going for a corner? It is, but only just. So McNally beaten once, almost beaten for a second time. So Fulham, will we see a different outlook from Fulham? Doesn't look like it. They're still going to try and play out from the back up to Lapulu B, but that's brilliant from Dean. Dean charging forward, still going Dean. Finds Hassani. Hassani to Jeffcott, the goal scorer. Now Dean, Bell out on the right side. Jeffcott, Dean should I say, tried to cross. Well, he did cross, looking for Starkey. Couldn't find him. And it still remains 1-0 to Truro City. Luke Jeffcott with a goal after 70 minutes. Nothing more than the Tinners deserve for mine. McNally will clear to halfway. Oxlade-Chamberlain into Dan Rooney. Now Oxlade-Chamberlain again, out to Zach Bell. Well, Bell's fouled there, surely. Bell poleaxed in front of the Truro City dugout. He is. The referee stopped play again. This battle between Lapulu B and Will Dean. And the referee, almost need another referee on the pitch just to police that battle between those two players. And I think the referee once again has said to both no more. But it's an intriguing battle. It's a typical centre forward against centre half. No quarter given from either. There'll be a free kick for Truro City, midway inside the Fulham half, tight to the right touchline. Will Dean to take it. Dean with his arm up in the air. Jeffcott the goal scorer, Sanders, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Starkey, Riley Lowe all on the edge of the box. Kite's there as well. In it goes, hanging in the air. Off the head of Sanders almost. Back to Hassani, now Kite. Out to Dean again. Dean, is he going to shoot? He is, you know. He's off target. Never troubling McNally. Fulham will take their goal kick quickly. 74 minutes on the clock here at the Truro City Stadium. National League Cup action just as the rain starts to fall a little heavier. It's Truro City 1, Fulham 0. All out to the far side. Good header there by Sam Sanders and a good challenge by Harry Kite. Ball ricochets off him and then it bounces around like a pinball off the seats of the main stand. Gofford has a ball back in his hand. He's going to take the throw. Looking for Lapulu B. Lapulu B with his back to goal. Kite with a brilliant challenge there, but Lapulu B has managed to retain possession. Quasi's gone down in a heap centre of field, but the game goes on. Quasi holding his ankle, but Fulham have the ball, and they have it inside their own half. It's back out with Esenga on the far side. And Rooney snapping at heels, and Rooney's forced Fulham to go all the way back to their goalkeeper, Alfie McNally, inside his own half. And McNally will clear with his right foot over to the far side. Easy for Sanders. Will the ball bounce for Kite? Will Starkey get in behind here? No. Back to McNally it goes again. Out to the right, left-hand side, Truro's right. But Bell almost wins the ball back, and McNally has it again for Fulham. Truro won't mind this, the ball in the Fulham half as Lapulu B has Dean's shirt. How many more fouls is Lapulu B going to commit under the totting up process, should I say? For me, that's 4 he's committed and he's still not gone in the book. Only a matter of time, I think. Bell down the line, can he find Hassani? No, he can't. Fulham sweep up, but they can only sweep up out of play. John Askey with a good catch there. Very nonchalantly and relaxed and typical John Askey calm fashion. Caught it, threw it back in one motion to Christian Oxlade-Chamberlain. Truro have a throw, level with the edge of the Fulham 18-yard box on their right-hand side, Fulham's left. We can really heed the eastern stand now. Singing in the rain quite literally. And it goes from Oxlade-Chamberlain. Headed down, I think it was off Sanders, but into the grateful arms of McNally, who, under pressure from Starkey, will clear and clear quickly. But that's through to his opposite number, Dan Lavercombe. Lapulu B couldn't get to the ball, and Lavercombe will take his time. Picks it up. Lapulu B Put him under some pressure though on the edge of Truro's 18-yard box. Starkey can't win the header. Falls to Sanders, who clears with his left foot. Up to Jeffcott, the goal scorer. Jeffcott. Gofford slips and Starkey has it. Now it's with Harry Kite. Kite, Riley Lowe. Claim one assist. Can he claim a second? His cross is charged down. It's picked up by Olliott. Olliott clears but slips. Up to Lapulu B, but Oxlade-Chamberlain round on the cover. Oxlade-Chamberlain to Sanders, inside the Fulham half. Good ball from Sanders to Jeffcott. Now Riley Lowe. Oh, Riley Lowe, lovely nutmeg there, past Olliott. Still going Riley Lowe. Riley Lowe to Sanders. Will Sanders cross? He will! Oh, it was Riley Lowe who just couldn't quite guide his effort into the top corner. Certainly one for the nutmeg files there from Conor Riley Lowe. Tom Olliott was left chasing shadows. Out to Sanders, who had bombed forward on the left-hand side. Back inside to Riley Lowe, who tried to find the top corner but couldn't. And it's a goal kick to Fulham. 12 minutes of normal time left here at the Truro City Stadium. Truro 1, Fulham 0. Ridgeon out to the far side. Lapulu B battling with Dean, but Oxlade-Chamberlain mops up and Sanders has it in the centre of field. Out to Riley Lowe, inside his own half. Riley Lowe, past Olliott, to Will Dean. Dean's going to be put under a bit of pressure, but he gives it to Sanders. Sanders now to Riley Lowe. Truro over halfway. Well, they were, but they've now just gone back inside their own half with Sam Sanders. And Sanders with his left foot back to Dan Lavercombe. Lavercombe take a couple of touches. Can he find Riley Lowe? He can. Riley Lowe with chest control. Good skill from Riley Lowe. Riley Lowe twisting, turning. Clips one down the line. Jeffcott's going to be interested here as Jeffcott nearly in. Good defending in the end by Fulham. It's with Gofford. Gofford inside to Quasi, the substitute, who was down on the turf a moment ago. He seems like he's fully recovered now. Good header back there from Zach Bell. Bell battling with Zeppa. Two substitutes going at it, hammer and tongs, in front of the Tinners fan zone. And Senga back into midfield. And Sazi. And Fulham have gone to the right-hand side. Gofford, Olliott, tight to the right touchline. Riley Lowe's just standing off. Ball into the midfield, but it's picked up by Lyric Asani, and Starkey's on his bike ahead of him. But he gives it to Luke Jeffcott. Ground in front of Truro. Jeffcott to Bell. Good ball that is as well. Bell to Starkey. Starkey back to Dan Rooney. Now Christian Oxlade-Chamberlain for Truro City. Oxlade-Chamberlain to Harry Kite. And Kite to Riley Lowe. Truro going from one side of the pitch to the other. First time ball back inside to Sanders. Riley Lowe has it back again. Now Kite. Once again, Truro won't mind this. Keeping hold of the ball. Sanders into Jeffcott. Jeffcott to Riley Lowe. Riley Lowe, can he keep it in? Almost. Jeffcott with a rueful smile. It's going to be a throw to Fulham. It's back with Nsazi. It was Gofford that took it quickly. Nsazi goes all the way back to his goalkeeper, Alfie McNally. McNally with a couple of touches inside his 18-yard box. Is he going to go long? Wants an option short. He hasn't got one. He takes it out of his 18-yard box and he goes over to the left-hand side. Bell comes forward and Bell's won the ball for Truro City. Zach Bell, Jeffcott in the box. Can he find Jeffcott? No, he can't. Deflects off a Fulham player, and it is a corner to Truro City on their right-hand side. Who's going to go and cross and take it? Is Will Dean going to take it? No Truro player has gone anywhere near the ball. Conor Riley Lowe eventually. Truro just taking a few more seconds out the game. Sensible play from John Askey's side. I think that a second goal now would probably seal the deal. 2-0 can be a dangerous lead in football, but with less than 10 minutes to go and the way Truro have dominated the game, you're unlikely to see a Fulham comeback. They've got one, can they get two? Riley Lowe into the near post to Dean, all the way through. Sanders there. Sanders just slipped and couldn't poke the ball home. It's with McNally. Truro retreat. McNally bowls out to the far side to Ridgeon, who's going to be pursued by Riley Lowe. Riley Lowe brings him down, and I think Riley Lowe's going to go into the referee's notebook. He runs away and puts his thumb up to the referee. Does Connor Riley Lowe? I think he knew that was going to be a yellow card. So 3 Truro City players yellow carded. Only 1 Fulham player has gone into the book. And Fulham thought about taking the free kick quickly, but they're not going to. It's right on halfway. It's just over halfway, actually. And Fulham's left. And they go back. Will they go further back? No, they go out to the right-hand side to Gofford. Gofford with a good touch. He does go back, though, to Nsazi. Quasi with a heavy touch, pursued by Harry Kite. Truro been able to win it back with Dan Rooney. And Rooney with a heavy challenge. Is that going to be another booking? No, it's not. Fulham want the ball back quickly. Ridgeon wanted it. Once again, Rooney just takes a few seconds out the game. Dean can win the ball, though, and Dean's advancing forward. That free kick was intended for Lupulu B, but it didn't find him. Riley Lowe has it now for Truro City. Hassani wants it in midfield, and he's got it. Sanders right on the halfway line. Now Harry Kite. Kite bustled off the ball, though, by Quasi. Down the line, Lupulu B battling with Dean. Not for the first time. And Dean, boot to ball. Starkey wins the flick on. Gofford, will he keep it in play? Yes, he will, into midfield. Now to Lupulu B. Zeppa's popped up on the opposite side. Zeppa goes right to left. Has Kite been able to pick it up in midfield for Truro City? Real battle there. Both players got a handful of each other's shirts. Kite and Quasi. Referees ruled that Harry Kite was the player that committed the offence. It's with Nsenga out on the left-hand side. Lupulu B's beaten to the punch by Will Dean. But Ridgeon has it. Now Zeppa. Zeppa still going Zeppa. He's going to shoot, going to try and bend it in the top corner, but it was over the crossbar. Dan Lavercombe not tested at all. 84 minutes on the clock here at the Truro City Stadium. Till Truro City 1. Fulham 0. Luke Jeffcott's 70th minute goal, turning home a Connor Riley Lowe cross after a wonderful raking crossfield ball from Christian Oxlade-Chamberlain is what separates these two sides. But Truro with a whole host of good opportunities in this game. Riley Lowe and Johnson Fisher in the first half. Ben Starkey and Jeffcott in the second. And it's Starkey that's battling for the ball, and he's come away with it as Starkey. Well, Harry Kite has, but Kite's going to be pulled back. No, sorry, Riley Lowe has. Riley Lowe's going to be pulled back because the referee spotted a foul on Ben Starkey. The referee just blows his whistle rather forcefully at Riley Lowe. The referee's aware that Truro are trying to take time out of this game. Dean to Riley Lowe. Riley Lowe had Sanders down the line. Riley Lowe's going to cut back inside. He's going to give it to Will Dean. Dean to Harry Kite. Kite now to Riley Lowe once more. Riley Lowe, Kite. A bit tight for Truro City, and they've lost the ball, have they? No, they've won it back as Harry Kite has it. Now Riley Lowe again, inside to Dan Rooney. Rooney, he looked to get a deflection off off Macaulay Zeppa, but Zeppa jumped over the ball and he's out for a throw, which Fulham have taken quickly, and it's back to McNally just as the attendance is announced here at the Truro City Stadium. 1,114, and the majority of those at the moment are happy with what they're seeing. Truro, as I mentioned, will want that second goal to make absolutely sure. Sanders, Rooney with a chest control, out to Riley Lowe, his chest control, back inside to Rooney. Now Sanders inside his own half. Sanders will clear with his left foot. That's to no one other than a Fulham defender, and Gofford has it into midfield to Nwuku. Nwuku's beaten Kite, and Kite's pulling at his shirt. Eventually the referee blows his whistle, and it's a free kick to Fulham, which Nwuku will take. Will he? Yes, he does. Takes it short to Lupulu B. Gofford back into his own half to Nsazi. And Sazi will just clip one forward. Good control there by Ridgeon, but Riley Lowe with an important foot in. Gofford has it back though. Truro still defending inside their own half. And Sazi out to the left-hand side for Fulham. They retain possession. But Starkey's won it back, and Starkey's kept the ball in play. Ben Starkey bombing forward. Starkey's chopped down there. Now that is going to be a yellow card for the substitute, Jaden Quasi. Starkey's left prone on the turf as well. Will Joe Whittaker, the Truro physio, be called into action? I can see him over on the far side there, just sat behind Stuart Yetton. He's not got to his feet yet. Whittaker with his assistant Izzy Aspin. I can see Matt Godfrey there as well. Stuart Yetton's just jumped off looks like a drinks cooler to offer some water bottles to the Truro City players. No one's come forward and taken the offer. Truro more concerned about taking this free kick, and it's going to be Will Dean to take it in centre of field for the Tinners, who lead by a goal to nil. 2 and a bit minutes of normal time here at the Truro City Stadium. And Truro hang on. They're not really hanging on, but can they complete the job? Would be perhaps a better turn of phrase. Can they get a second goal? Dean, Riley Lowe with the first time effort wide of the target. Fulham will take the goal kick quickly. Quick thinking by Dean. Riley Lowe is unmarked. McNally will clear with his right foot over halfway. Easy for Oxlade-Chamberlain. He can't find a Truro player. Rooney with an important foot in. Now Kite. And Kite will go back to Will Dean, and Will Dean will go further wide to Sanders. Sanders to Hassani. Hassani lets the ball run in front of him. Gofford sweeps up, and Gofford will go back to Alfie McNally, the goalkeeper. Into Quasi, who's just gone into the referee's notebook. Quasi battling with Kite. Kite nearly got the better of him. Quasi's being forced to go back. McNally's going to have to clear in a hurry. No, he's not. Goes out to the left-hand side. Jeffcott cuts that supply line off. And then Senga up to halfway. He's good foot in there by Oxlade-Chamberlain. Hassani will keep the ball in play for Truro City. Lyric Hassani over on the right-hand side, inside the Fulham half. Hassani into Rooney. Rooney charging forward. Rooney checks quite sensibly. Back to Sanders. Now Riley Lowe. Riley Lowe tight to the left touchline. Riley Lowe just invites the challenge there from Zepper, who gratefully accepts the opportunity of getting his foot to the ball, and he concedes a throw. Referee being very particular about where he wants this throw to be taken. Into the final minute of normal time. All eyes on the fourth official. Riley Lowe with a throw down the line. Can he find Jeffcott, the goal scorer? Bounces over the head of Starkey. Has that come off a Fulham player last? No, it's come off a Truro City player. McNally won't take the goal kick, but he gets the ball back, does Alfie McNally. Can he clear long? Yes, he will. Can he find Lapulu Biu Zappa? No, he can only find the head of Sam Sanders. Now Rooney, who just flicks the ball over his head. Hassani does likewise. Kite to Riley Lowe. Riley Lowe cuts inside Zappa. Back to Sam Sanders. Sanders will clip one down the line. One for Starkey to chase. Great touch from Starkey, is it? No. And Sazi round on the cover. McNally, should I say. But Kite's won the ball back. Jeffcott. Now Kite. Harry Kite into the box. Harry Kite. What a save from McNally. Brilliant save. Alfie McNally keeps his side just one goal behind. When if it wasn't for the left arm of the visiting custodian, it surely would have been 2. Just the rain gets a little bit heavier. Harry Kite still yet to open his account for Truro City since signing as a free agent during the summer. The former Exeter and Yeovil midfielder. 3 minutes of additional time has been signalled by the fourth official, Sean Rothwell, and Truro with the corner over on the far side. They've kept it in the corner. And they've won a throw, I think. Can't quite see because there's a Number of white shirts obscuring my view. Yeah, Christian Oxlade-Chamberlain's over there. Or is it another corner? No, it is another corner. Taken by Luke Jeffcott. Christian Oxlade-Chamberlain has it. Macaulay Zappa there as well. Oxlade-Chamberlain's retained the ball. Still going. Oxlade-Chamberlain twisting, turning. He won't cross. He'll hold it in the corner. Zappa's snapping at his heels. Jeffcott's there as well. It's gone out and it's going to be a throw to Fulham. Truro want to pen Fulham deep into their own half. Almost the last chance saloon for Hayden Mullins' side. Rooney flicks the ball back, but Dean will sweep up. Dean Ford. Gofford has it on the right-hand side for Fulham, but Gofford can only find Riley Lowe, who miscontrols the ball, but actually retains possession quite well. Kite to Riley Lowe. Riley Lowe once more. Riley Lowe wants a runner in front of him. Doesn't get one. Riley Lowe with his right foot. He's found Hassani. Hassani's through almost. McNally very quick off his line to snuff out that particular bit of danger. Fulham have the ball. It's with Nsazi. Nsazi out to Zappa, the substitute, on the right-hand side. Zappa all left foot, cuts inside, back into midfield. Nsazi has it again. Now it's Gofford. Gofford back into midfield. Fulham don't want the ball here though. Truro are quite happy for them to have the ball here, and they're going to go all the way back to McNally. It's a good press there from Luke Jeffcott. Into the final minute here at the Truro City Stadium. Jeffcott's going to pick the ball up on halfway. Jeffcott, Kite, and Kite's found Zach Bell, and Bell's away. It's going to be a foot race down the right-hand side. Who's going to get there first? McNally does. McNally was very quick off his line. He has been very, very impressive as Alfie McNally. Couldn't really do anything about the goal, but he's made a number of brilliant saves. I thought he commanded his box under a bit of an aerial bombardment from Conor Riley Lowe's free kicks in the first half, and corners very, very well indeed. Quick off his line there. Oxlade-Chamberlain with a throw down the line, looking for Bell. It's gone out over the sideline, and there goes the final whistle. Job done for Truro City. A dominant performance from the Tinners from first whistle to last. They knocked at the door, and it finally opened with 20 minutes to go when a raking crossfield pass from Christian Oxlade-Chamberlain found Conor Riley Lowe, who controlled on his chest. He then headed further forward, got to the byline, crossed into the corridor of uncertainty, and there was Luke Jeffcott to bundle the ball home. Jeffcott had a chance in the second half, as did Ben Starkey. In the opening 45 minutes, Conor Riley Lowe and Dominic Johnson-Fisher went close for Truro City. In the second half, the best Fulham could muster was an effort from John and Senga that went narrowly wide of Dan Lavercombe's goal. But Truro make it 2 from 2 in the National League Cup after beating Southampton here 3-2 last month. They've beaten Fulham 1-0 here this evening. A shot in the arm confidence-wise for the Tinners, who go to Scunthorpe on Saturday before travelling to Brackley next Tuesday, then 2 home games to finish the month here at the TCS against Morecambe and Eastleigh. But in the National League Cup, Truro continue and keep their 100% record thanks to Luke Jeffcott's 70th minute goal. It is finished here in the rain at the Truro City Stadium. Truro City 1, Fulham 0.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for coming along tonight. Hope you enjoyed the match, and if you did, our next home game here at the Truro City Stadium, Saturday, 27th of September, 3 p.m. kickoff, where we welcome Morecambe along to the Truro City Stadium. And as always, it really does help. You can get your tickets in advance at trurocity.co.uk. Another big thank you to our match sponsors today, City West Country, and our ball sponsors, Enterprise.